So OverTake.gg invited me, a little old pleb sim racer, to take part in their Dream Team series. I am very glad they did, because as you'll see in this video, it was the best race of my life, I kid you not. I spent like the first 25 minutes of that race fighting Jardier and Beau Dixon for P1 in the K-trims around Brands Hatch. It was a multi-class race. There were Pragas and K-trims. Jardier, Beau Dixon and I were in the K-trims, as I said. And yeah, the first 25 minutes we just spent swapping positions. I'd also like this chance to thank OverTake.gg because it was super fun. I got to meet some new friends and we had an absolute ball. So without further ado, enjoy.
You are going
right,
to be
so on the starting grid for
short.
a 60-minute multi-class race, we are currently
So,
starting P2 behind
You will
Jardier,
It's restart.
and
So basically,
we'll see how this
25
goes.
litres should get you those
Lights out
14
and away we go,
laps. So
and we've got
anywhere
an
between 25
alright start,
and
bit of wheel
30
spin,
litres,
but
add that
equal
into
with
your-
Beau ahead of us.
Do that for
Just got to be careful into turn 1.
T1.
As you can hear in the background, Renee and Ash already complaining about people going off. But we get the lead coming out of turn 1. Got to be careful of this Praga on our inside. Doesn't run it in deep, take us out. Did hold us up a little bit there, but we've got the lead. We're ahead of both Jardier and Beau Dixon. So that's the start we wanted. Renee seems to be in a festive mood, commenting on fellow Caterham driver Kokiyoshi, who currently is sitting P4, I believe, behind Jardier, Beau and I. Either way, we just need to settle into a rhythm, hope we can pull away. We really need to focus on pulling away in this Caterham because it's so underpowered. The slipstream is so critical when catching someone. Currently P1. And as you'll see later in this race, we just can't separate us top 3 because, well, we just can't get out of the slipstream. So we just keep swapping positions all the time. So we're going to stay on board for the entire lap, get a feel of how the tyres are, what the grip level's like, and what are the strengths and weaknesses of Beau and Jardier behind. Oh dear, Renee's already had a spin. You didn't crash though, you just touched the grass.
I touched the grass coming out of the last one.
As you can see. But it's alright, Stephen is currently fighting for P1 in the Pragas. He's sitting P2 currently. Darius is P5 in the Caterham. And Renee is P5 currently in the Pragas. Anyway, old mate's got a good run up the inside coming out of that final corner. And he's got the inside for turn 1, so not ideal, but we brake later and we go clean around the outside in turn 1 with cold tyres and full fuel.
You is Beau and Jardier.
There's Ash on the radio just alerting me of
Go on,
my
Stefan.
fellow competitors
Come on,
behind.
Stefan.
As you can see, both teammates fighting quite hard in the rearview mirror. Dorian's is a family friendly channel, so I bleep it all out. Moving on, a little later though, only 5 minutes into the race, and you can see how, yeah, old mate behind me in these high speed corners and the right-handers,
Come on,
he seems
Morgan.
to have a bit more mid-corner speed than I do. He can just carry that speed a lot more, so he's always on my backside coming right out of the corner.
Stefan, you are at the lap
I'm
traffic
driving
now,
in the
my
middle
guy.
of the road, just passively defending,
It's lap traffic
trying to
from
discourage him
where
from
you
bombing
are
up the
to
inside.
the start-
Again,
the start
he's got a
finish
better
straight.
run coming out of that final corner, so I go to the inside,
It's just
gonna cover him,
traffic.
and he's gonna have to go the long way around the outside.
Caterham drivers, what do you expect?
Yeah, for real.
Probably a German.
Wait a minute!
I think he is actually German, no joke.
Both Stephen and
Go on,
Ash
Morgan.
complaining about us Caterham
Diamond went
drivers.
off.
Luckily I'm not
Yeah.
German.
Renee, you're coming up to some lap cars. One of them has gone off the circuit. They are coming back onto the track. It's
Liam.
Hawthorns.
As you can hear, Ash doing
Morgan,
an
you are doing an
incredible
absolutely
job
fantastic
of
job at front.
keeping an eye on 4 drivers. It's actually incredible what he was doing this entire race. He was monitoring traffic, calculating fuel, and just emotionally helping
Amos made a
4 of
mistake.
us drivers. It was absolutely
right on his-
incredible what he was doing.
Right, you're coming up to some more
So,
lap traffic now.
complete props to Ash. He's done an amazing job. Anyway, you can see old mate behind me in the slipstream
Renee,
had a
you're
decent
up
run,
to some lap
but
traffic
I've
as
kind of
well.
stuffed up this right-hander, gone a bit wide, so I've completely given him the run, but he decides to hang back a little
I'm
bit.
trying to get Joe
He
and
could have
Thomas.
bombed that up the inside, but he decided
Yeah,
not
they've
to.
just gone out of Graham
So
Hill Bend
props
into
to him
the,
for the
West
actual
Port.
clean racing. It was awesome.
Oh, they're in
And
traffic.
to be fair,
Yeah,
that's
traffic.
another reason why this race was so awesome, was
Come on,
because
Joe.
both Jardier and Beau being
Papaya
such
has
professionals,
spun out behind you.
they
That's
no
fine.
one was ever dirty or risky in any way.
Go on, Stefan.
Probably.
Jesus, scared the
Go on, Stefan.
I'm awake.
Stefan, if you win this race, I'm going to PayPal you €5. Come on, my guy.
That's worth it. Go for it.
Traffic.
I might even send you.
Yes, please.
Actually, all right.
That
Actually,
kind
all
of
right.
balances out the €5. I'm not sure about that.
Stefan immediately crashes into a wall. Like, right, be careful,
go.
Gary.
Snoots.
Let him by.
Ash and Steven having
What do you want to call
bit
it?
of
Overtake
banter.
mode.
Unfortunately, though, I made a mistake at turn
I've got
one.
Joe and Thomas
Just
in front of me.
Ran
Yeah,
it in a
you
little
got-
too deep, picked
yeah,
up
you
the
got
throttle
the
too
top.
Are
early,
they quicker than me or?
and yeah, just ran it off the
Right,
road pretty
you
much.
are
But
quicker
it's
than
all
both
good.
of them.
They've got the position now,
Yeah, so much cost.
so
Yeah, they were quicker.
they've got the position now. So head down, we'll catch them.
Renee, you're quicker than everybody in front of you. Even Stefan with that last lap.
Alright.
Yeah,
You're coming up to traffic, Renee. There is a crashing druids. Be wary. Joe.
I'm staying left.
Stefan's coming up.
Yep, I'm staying left.
Yep.
Again, Ash doing
Very much.
Good job,
the
guys.
absolute awesome
Game was
job
behind.
of
Jeez,
getting
can't
us
go
all
like
egged
full
up.
wide.
getting us ready to fight.
You've got Jardier and Beau, and that's it. Right, you've only got one person in front of you.
Just
and
another example of our
it's,
awesome teamwork.
I believe, a caterer.
Easily communicating
Oh, this was huge.
all our intentions when lapping each other.
I'll catch them.
Joe, I don't even care as long as you stay within top three. This is a long race. You've got loads of time, my guy.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh.
Ash,
Oh.
Okay, Stefan, you are 1.3 seconds ahead.
Ash, the
Yes,
cars in
Renee.
front of me, Joe and Thomas. How
Yeah.
far away is Ray?
From them, 7 seconds.
Again, just another example of the awesome teamwork between Renee and Ash, easily
Okay,
communicating
Ray
everything.
is at Graham Hill
And
Bank.
now
You guys
we've
are
caught up a
doing
little
it.
bit more to Jardier and Beau because they keep
John just
battling.
killed
They
one
keep
of
wanting
the
to go
Canada-
side by
Yeah.
side,
Right, you're
and
coming up
they're just bleeding time.
Joe.
It's great.
Liters to finish this
And
race.
so we move on a little
That is
later,
perfectly fine. my
getting
guy.
passed by another
Watch
Praga,
out, there is, watch out. There's one on the inside.
and
Okay.
Joseph behind you now.
I think my reaction
left
clearly
Ollie on the
states
right.
it.
He's on the right.
I was not
Johnny's-
expecting that move,
Johnny's
but I easily let Renee through there.
Yes, he did.
And he's actually slowed down Jardier and Beau a little bit for me, which has helped. So again, I'll catch up a
Stefan,
little
as
bit
soon
more.
as you get past the Pirates, you have got a clean track, my guy. Right, you've got a clean track now.
Yeah, Papaya tried to kill me.
Typical German driver.
Hey,
Remember that Papaya tried to kill me. It will come
You're
in
not
handy
last
later.
by a country mile, so just keep doing what you
Again, moving on a little later, we've
You
caught
get
back
some
up to
solid
Jardier and Beau.
points.
We're
It's
nearly
not
onto the
much, but
onto the
it's
back
on
of them where we
its
can start sizing up moves. So
Renee, you are gonna catch
we've got the
up to a
slipstream now.
lot of
That's the
traffic,
main
my guy.
thing.
There's the Pirates
we
in front
can
of you.
we can certainly move forward from here. And we move on to the end of that lap, and Jardier and Beau still battling it out, still going side by side, just as you will, casually into turn one. And I can see this happening in front of me, so I want to set up a move for turn two. Get a good exit out of turn one, get the slipstream of
Now
someone,
embrace
and then we dart it to the
But Thomas
inside,
gets away.
3 wide on entry into turn two. And
Yeah, but Thomas is
we
gonna
got it
come
for the
up
minute,
on a couple of
although
back lines, so-
old mates got it back up the inside. But we have the inside now
Okay,
for turn 3.
Stefan, you have
We
got
just got
traffic
to make
now.
sure we don't let him hold it around the
You're going to
outside,
have
which
traffic
we do.
past this corner.
Double
and then
overtake.
on the back straight.
We got it. Double
Come on,
overtake.
Morgan, I can see
You can
you
tell by my
battling there,
face,
my
I was
guy. Come on.
happy with that. So now
I
we
see
got to
you,
try and
friend.
bolt, keep him out of our
Okay,
slipstream.
Renee, you are closing up
Which
on
is gonna be
Ray
very
by
hard
rate
to
of
do.
knots, my guy.
So I just got to hope that they keep battling.
Stefan, you have got clear traffic. You've got clear track until Graham Hill corner.
Unfortunately, That plan failed because I
Renee,
kind of
just
stuffed
be
it up
wary, there are
again,
a couple of
going into
slow
that
cars
right-hander,
just coming out of
and
Druid,
just
so
gave
you
him a
will
run
catch
up
up
the
with them
inside. So
within the
now
next lap.
it's Jardier, the a pleb sim racer like me. This is just crazy. He's got the inside, and somehow we hold it around the outside. Now we've got the inside for the left-hander.
A couple of back markers
I thought I had him
including
at this
Darius.
point, but he hang it around the outside of me, and now we're side by side going into the final corner with Beau right behind us, just
Okay,
looking
your
for an
next
avenue
back marker is
past.
Darius.
Unfortunately, I had a bit of oversteer when I got off the throttle to correct the oversteer.
Dang it. Oh my
Three
gosh.
progress in front of
I
you
lost
now.
out. I let both
Come on,
pass,
Renee.
but it's
You've
all good.
got
We literally spent the
Ryan, you've got
final
Demo,
sector side by side with
and
Jardier.
you got Dan.
So that was awesome. And again, I try and do like last lap. I try and set it up. They went side by side into turn 1. I'm looking
By
for the
way,
inside
Jay,
here,
your
but
last lap
Beau knows my
there
trick,
was
so
the
he covers it off.
of everyone
Did
around
well.
you.
Did well. But we've
Stefan,
had a bit of contact with
you're,
Jardier.
3 of a second quicker
Now
than
we're
them.
on the outside, and we
Renee,
switch
you
it back
got
to
the
the inside of Beau.
quickest within your
Plop it up the
vicinity.
inside. Did my best to hold him out, but now Jardier's
You
got an
guys,
awesome run,
pace-wise,
and he's at the
are
inside of
within
both of
the
us.
top 1%.
And in fact, he's now through to P1. Beau's on my inside, and I want to set up a good exit out of this final corner, which we do quite well, but Beau's on my outside now, and I've got the slipstream of Jardier.
I believe that you will
So,
finish this race in
now I've got the extra
respectable
speed,
position.
catching Jardier, which is good.
Stefan,
And I think I
your
caught
next
Jardier
lap
napping here
traffic
because we bomb it up the
is
inside at the end of the
Beau,
straight
Jardier,
and make a move. So we're back into P1.
Joe.
I should have gone down to 3rd gear for the extra torque.
Okay,
Jardier has to look up the
Renee,
inside again. We both give
Darius
each other
is
space.
one of the
So far,
couple of back
we're
markers
still in
for you,
P1 somehow.
So just be wary.
We've
There he
just
is, I'm counting
spent
on you.
ages just swapping positions. It's so hard
Darius
to
is
break
just
away from each other.
Engaging wide ball
Wow,
mode.
there's so much traffic.
It's so much
I got
fun.
cars everywhere. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Right, so your next one's Darius.
Parade you to that.
Anyway, moving on
Okay.
later.
It's okay.
So we're still holding the lead over Jardier
Okay,
and Beau,
apart from
but I've gone and made
Papaya,
another mistake
which
at
you've
turn
got
1,
past,
just
you
with
have
the
got
downshifting.
clean track.
And that's given them both a great run on me. 3 wide again. I'm in the middle into turn 2. A little bit of contact. And
Yep,
a bit more contact with Jardier. So now we've got Jardier back. We've got a Praga behind.
Also,
I don't want to get
Jardier is a
involved in any
bully.
incidents. Set up a good run. Luckily we're all sorted.
We
Praga
think
can go
Jardier
through.
is a bully.
Now it's Beau from myself,
Oh,
from Jardier.
And he connects both.
Rene getting excited about
Be careful,
fellow
Renee.
Caterham
Small
driver
shots, small
Hokiyoshi
shots.
spinning and taking
Come
out
on, Renee.
2 of Rene's competitors.
Okay, Darius.
Good for him.
We got one.
Now we've got a run on Beau again, but we've got a back marker right on the racing line, and I was not expecting him to break this early. This happened.
What the?
The hell? Okay, come on.
Who was that back marker?
That's Papaya. He's a scrub.
Yeah, he already nearly killed me twice.
Well, he just like.
Guys, chill out. We don't want to have that on the video and not be able to show cameras just because you in that moment insult someone from the community.
Yeah,
That will be
you're right.
nice.
You're right. So I should calm
Right.
down. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay, boys. It's multi-class racing. This stuff happens. There's 40.
Way cheaper here than in real life.
Oh, it's so close.
7 minutes.
Joseph, keep going! Slipstream!
Oh, we touched.
Right, come on, boys.
I thought Joseph gives me the upper hand here against
Okay,
Ray.
come on,
No.
Darius.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize it was you behind me.
Yeah, it's me and Ray fighting.
Oh, sorry. I would have given you the
We are side
slipstream.
by side.
So again, as you can tell, I was not happy
Yeah, but
with
we're
that
not doing
move by the back
27,
marker,
that's the question.
but
Are they doing
Rene
27
and
so they
Ash
get
doing an
tires?
excellent job
And did you
calm me
take
down. Get me all sorted.
James took-
And realise it's not
James
over.
took new tyres,
And
like,
proof in the
3
pudding,
laps,
we're pretty much caught back up to Jardier and Beau again, even after having damage
still
and
doing
going off.
27.
We're still
They're
caught
quicker
back
than me,
up
because I'm doing 28.
and pulling sick
Well,
drifts in
yes,
turn
he's
2
doing
just
27.
for style points, you know,
He is a
just as you do.
second quicker than you.
Then we might need to check if we actually change tires.
Well, you're nearly halfway through the race. Okay, Crash coming out of the next corner for you, Morgan. There's a slow car. It's Shaman and a Praga. Also, Renee, you're coming up to Morgan and Jardier. and Thomas.
Yep. Thomas is gone anyway. It's fine.
I'm staying left.
Stefan, there's a slow car
Just
coming
go,
up
just
in
go,
front
just
of
go.
you.
I will figure out.
No, I'm staying left. All good.
Stay close. Okay. Oh my goodness.
Lovely.
I'm sure Ayrton Senna would have been proud of that move. Just completely going for it, sending into a tiny gap.
Heartbreaking moment, man.
Come on, Morgan. You're quicker than the people in front of you. You are quicker.
Just biding my time for the moment.
Stefan, you are quicker.
Yep, so as you heard, we've caught back up to Jardier and Beau. Now, as I said then, I'm just waiting for something to happen. They're going side by side every single corner, so something is bound to happen soon.
Also,
8 seconds ahead.
Looks like our opportunity might come now. That Praga just shoved it up the inside, and now we've got an excellent run on both Jardier and Beau. We're on the inside of Beau, but Jardier's a bit awares to our usual moves, so he's covered the inside. It's okay. I'm happy to settle in right behind him. Squeeze Beau out, so that's P2. Now let's just settle down, try and get Jardier. We certainly know we are quicker because we fell back and we still caught up, but traffic's really going to play a big role into this. As we can see right now, there's another Praga on our outside, a little bit impatient, trying to go around the outside of both myself and Jardier, and a little bit of contact was made, but all good so far. And we're just going to keep trucking along. Hopefully we'll get a good slipstream off Jardier down this straight. But once again I can see there's a Praga coming up upon us.
Renee, you've got one car.
Amos into pit lane. Amos into pit lane.
Yeah, it's like what we need to figure out. Like, how do you feel on the tires?
I'm gonna pit for some.
Meanwhile,
You pit for some.
Steven,
Yes.
Renee and Ash still discussing whether to change tyres in the pits or not. That was a debate that went on for many
Yeah, it's like you need to
moons.
drag it a bit longer.
But we couldn't get a job done on Jardier, unfortunately.
You can drive fast, but I
Tried
have
to go around
cover
the
Amos,
outside in 2 corners. That didn't quite work out. Not
where
enough
does
grip.
Amos,
But,
get out of pit lane?
We can start to see now where our strengths and weaknesses are. We're quick on entry into most corners, which is good for overtaking because that
Did he
means
take tires?
we can send more speed into the corner and hopefully pass him.
Did it say taking tires?
Either way now,
For others, yeah, I was
still got Beau behind us, still got
It just says pitted,
Jardier
and
in
it just
front of
tells
us.
you that there's.
and we just
it
can't
just
seem to
tells
get a
you
How
move
that
long
done.
was he in pit lane? Does it say that?
Yeah, it said.
Anyway,
pitted on lap
they're still
19,
discussing tyres.
added
We're going to the
24
outside of Jardier for turn 1.
He's
Got
in
another
third
back
place.
marker to keep an eye upon.
No, he is
We've kind of stuck it around the
20,
outside of Jardier, but he's still on our
16
inside.
seconds
We've got an overlap though, but unfortunately,
behind.
in trying to brake later than him, I slightly missed the blip for the change down to second.
Gosh,
Just
yeah,
locked the
bad
rears
bars.
and let them both pass.
Yeah, Joe, you are right in there.
For some reason, I
there
blamed it
is
on the back
a
marker,
crash
but
on the
yeah,
back
it was
straight,
totally not
crash
his
on the
fault.
back straight.
That was,
Is just
yeah,
off
just
the
in the heat of the
corner,
moment or
and he's
whatever,
on the
I just
straight, he's
decided
coming
to
up
blame the
Darius.
back marker
He's
for
a
being
lot
on the
quicker.
racing line.
He's a lot quicker.
He
Anyway,
is 0.2
moving
seconds
forward a little
quicker
bit,
last lap. You've both
they're
got
still battling,
similar
both Jardier and Beau, side by side down the straight. We're picking up a lovely slipstream, and I'm going to look at doing the same move I did a few laps back. Let's go to the outside of turn 1. I'm going to try and cut back, but we brake so much later than them that a gap appears in the middle. We try to go through it, a little bit of contact, can't quite get it done. But once again, we're 3 wide going into turn 2, and we've got the inside. This time, don't outbrake myself, and Jardier doesn't get back up in the inside.
Okay,
Now we're back
next
into
car for
P1.
the view is Darius.
Lovely
Next car
move.
for the view is Darius.
Let them battle it out
Just
behind.
posted a new
So now we just got to
process.
try
Inside
and
open. Thank
put
you.
our heads down, pull away.
It was slower than me.
But that doesn't happen, as you can see. Moving on later in the
Oh,
lap,
what are you doing?
they're still behind
That was
us,
nearly fatal.
both battling
Not
each
only
other.
by him, totally
Steven complaining about someone
Oh, yeah,
nearly
you
killing
I
just
just
someone
had to put
else.
in that point. That's alright.
Nice to see. Meanwhile, we're now 3 wide again going into turn 1. I'm in the middle,
One bad lap.
bit of contact, but somehow all 3 of us keep it pointing in the straight line. I don't know how you can get away with making wheel-to-wheel contact in a Caterham and not spinning everyone out, but
We need to know
that
if
was
they
very
change
lucky.
I can't
It's
tell
very,
you.
very
They must
close and
change tires.
intense. Luckily, we all get away with it. and the main thing
If
is
any of
we're still
you
P1.
change tyres on your
That's
pits,
really all
let
that
me
matters.
know
I
and
don't care if they crash.
Really, I'm still driving personal best sector, so
So if you needed to do the last, you needed like 15 litres to do the last bunch of laps. So if you're about halfway, do you have like a fuel bar that tells you roughly how far down?
So Ash is trying to
It's
work
literally
out
only a
how much
bar.
fuel I need to put in because I told him I need to box this lap because I'm quite low on fuel.
Just take,
And he pretty much said just put 25 litres in.
just take
That should
25
get you
litres,
to the
mate.
end.
by the way, Rene, I'm
But
heading for
as it
24.
turned out, it was 6 litres more than what
take
both Jardier
literally
and
the same
Beau
amount of- just take
put
the
in
same
when
amount
they
of fuel you
boxed.
started with.
Either way, we're coming into the pits now,
'Cause I
When
don't
do you
think-
go
and
to pits?
unfortunately, I had a massive brain fart.
Oh shit!
That was Renee in the
Touch the
background,
grass on the
but it
outside.
was perfectly timed with
Oh, but did not touch
my
anything. Oh.
bingle I was having.
Right, come on, Renee.
That was one
set of
moment
tyres
where,
is
because
top-
I was super
No, I
sick,
dropped
I
two
just could not
positions.
focus. I lost complete
you,
concentration
pitted
and
that?
just, I knew I had to
pitted
shift,
Right,
but I didn't know
okay,
what
just to
gear
see if
to,
anybody-
and I just ended up shifting into
I dropped
fourth
behind Dansuki now.
from third
Okay, right,
instead of
I'm
down into
looking,
second,
I'm looking.
and I just
Dances
We
did
are
not pull it up.
checking.
I
We are
just
checking,
completely
we
lost
are
focus,
checking.
and
I
yeah, I
can't
put it in the
see-
wall. So that cost me
cannot
time.
see
I lost my
Euban or
focus,
Dan being
and yeah, I
pitted.
damaged the car.
Okay, good.
It's a shame.
I can't
but
see them pitting yet.
unfortunately, that's what happens
I
when
take
you
them out?
race and you're sick. These things happen. But
Just take
Jardier and Beau pitted the next
Yeah.
lap, and they came out
I'm not
4
gonna
seconds
comment.
in front of me.
Oh, no, my shifter, my shifter.
No, maybe.
No!
Yeah, I don't.
But
Oh,
that doesn't
apparently
matter.
Renee and Thomas just kissed.
Yeah, but very
careful,
slightly.
more. Oh,
My shifter came off.
That's a good start.
Oh no.
okay.
came off.
Okay, Stefan.
So literally 2 laps after coming out of the pits. As I said, Jardier and Beau were 4 seconds in
Have
front,
you
but
fixed the
I knew we could
shifters?
catch them down.
More or
They would
less.
keep battling. We were quicker.
Right, you're still
But
40
unfortunately,
seconds ahead of Darius,
when I
so you're
went down
fine.
from 5th to 4th,
It's
the
Jardier and Beau
right
I'm worried
hand
about.
peg
Like
on
I
my
say,
gear
barring
shifter
a
came
miracle,
off,
I can't imagine
and
you
it twisted about
finishing
70
third.
degrees
So just-
right hand down, and
just
so I couldn't get it
drive
into third. And then when
like
trying to
that.
fix the shifter,
Actually,
I accidentally bumped it into third without pressing any clutch or throttle, and just completely micro
Wait,
locked
I
the
don't
rears.
remember Jardier and Beau pitting.
They
And when
did.
speaking to Jardier
Did they?
afterwards,
Oh,
Yeah.
he and Beau both took 19
Okay, look,
litres
it
in the
doesn't
pit
matter.
stops.
The
I
point
took
is
25,
that
so I would have come out
you are
behind them
in
anyway,
third, you are
especially because I
fourth,
stuffed up the pit entry,
What?
unfortunately.
Yeah,
So it would have been tough to fight and catch back up.
You touched
No,
Luca.
no, 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 no.
Oh, no, I'm
Do not worry about what I just said. Unfortunately, I've been
We're both
having so
locked
many
tires.
editing problems
Just
when
be
editing
careful,
this video. I can't get rid of that
Come on, my
audio,
guy.
I'm
and
still
that's
right
actually
next to
old audio
Thomas.
from days ago when I was editing.
And then just up the road is Dancer's
But
Stefan,
unfortunately,
you are
I
coming up
can't
to
fix
Joe.
that. I'm sorry.
Just be wary that Stefan is coming up behind you.
Yep.
Multi-21, multi-21.
I'm not letting him through. Not letting him through.
Be
Stefan, I think I can be quicker than you. Can you swap
Staying
positions? And in
left.
case I'm not, I will leave you by on the last lap. Is that okay?
Renee, you're coming up to Darius, multi-34, multi-34.
Wait, there he is again. There is everywhere.
Come on, Darius.
So as you can see, the morale has not died. It's still
We got
quite
it?
high,
Have we got it?
doing heaps of jokes and everything.
Them.
But this is the final lap now, and Steven wins
Amos!
in Praga. An excellent drive.
Don't tell me he won.
No, he crashed right into me over the start-finish line. Ah, my wrist.
The poor Austrian driver.
That's
Unfortunately,
good
a
guy,
salty
Stefan.
Amos Lorito decided
Stefan.
to
That was
crash
impressive.
into him
Lovely.
after the checkered
Lovely.
flag,
Very impressive.
and
Amos
this
is
jerked the
so
steering wheel
unfair.
in Steven's hand, and unfortunately made him hurt his
Lovely.
wrist.
Lovely
I
drive, mate.
spun 3 times and still made the top 5. Kind of have the feeling top 3 was on the table.
Maybe, but
Yeah, James.
Renee
is
getting a
third.
top 5, but he's just saying that maybe if he didn't spin, would have got a top 3. Would have been nice, but he still drove quite
Why
well.
did you have to do that? Oh, my
Compared
wrist
to
is
everyone
killing
else, he stayed out of heaps of trouble.
Why do people need to crash?
We're at the second last corner. We've
I
just
don't
let a
know, people
back
are
marker through.
Smooth monkey boy. Okay, P5.
Nice, Stefan. Good shot, man.
Joe. Come on, Joe.
Someone just
Nice
me.
race though. That's a good track for like
Yeah,
our race.
second
full
last
time like
corner
this.
of the
It's
last
you have
lap,
constant traffic,
and
you have constantly
I still got
something to
hit by
do, it's
Praga
boring.
somehow.
Joe, last corner, my God.
I wasn't happy with it.
Someone absolutely bulldozed me at the second last corner.
Doesn't matter though. That's
And
P3
for
versus the
Joe.
likes of Jardier and Beau Dixon.
Woo!
In a
Overtakes
race where
on
I
this
was
one.
And you know
super
what?
sick
guess
and it was
what?
2 AM in the
Darius
morning,
coming round
I was very
to
happy with
collect
this
P4,
result.
baby.
Wow.
We got
That's really
first
good.
in Praga, fifth in Praga, third in Caterham, fourth in Caterham.
Wow, someone just smashed.
I think that
straight
says it
up
all
my-
right there.
And that
OverTake doing
that
an
was the
extremely
risk
good round
freaking
in
game.
both
Oh
the
my
creators'
word.
side of the
Why do you
things
steering
and the
wheel, man?
community driver side of
Oh
things.
my word! Apparently Stefan crashed at 600 kilometers an hour. 663 kilometers an
It
hour.
felt like that on a
Good up,
direct
Mustafa.
drive wheel. It felt like that. Ah, my wrist.
So that was 1 hour of multi-class action at Brands
It was
Hatch
an
in the
awesome
sunset.
race, but if you just
Made
push on the
for
track,
super
sometimes it's
awesome
impossible.
racing, and
What did you
I'm
do?
very
I
happy
don't
with
know, it's like
B3.
Amos just caught in the-
I don't know what
I don't.
Amos is going on about.
You should have seen like the first 20 minutes or something. We spent the entire time just swapping
Mate.
positions, the top three.
Mate, all I can see on the track map is you, Beau, and Jardier. Your three circles. of each other.
So, that was it. It was an awesome battle with Jardier and Beau. Could have been a three-way fight to the end, I think, with if only my gear shifter didn't come off and that first back marker, but it was great fun nonetheless. So I know I sound like every other YouTuber here, but if possible, please, I would love it if you could like and subscribe, as it would really help me out, and I put a lot of effort into this video, taking me days to edit. So with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good one. God bless.